and welcome to the latest teaching tip from Bartholomew School. This teaching tip is teaching tip number 30, Zone of Importance. As with all of the tips, they come from the GCSE, Barts Examination Alliance, Pirates and Piracy. Get on with it. For this one, you'll need some zone sheets. I'll show you what they look like in a moment. And you'll probably need a PowerPoint explanation to explore it with the students. So, you'll need a big sheet of paper, probably A3, particularly if they're doing it in groups with the students. And they can either fill it in themselves or you can pre-populate it. But this is what the zone of importance sheet looks like. In the middle you have a box which is for the massively important, totally central issues. The topics that completely underpin your subject, or if it's for GCSE, a particular exam paper, those things that not knowing about would mean you had absolutely no chance of success within that topic. Outside of that, you have those issues that support that. So perhaps slightly less important things, examples, exemplifications, things that support your central topics, and you would need those to have some level of success. On the outside, the less important extras, the things that could prove useful, and this is where your G&T students will start to flourish. So those ideas around the outside which would give extra depth to their knowledge, they shouldn't be dismissed, but they realise that they're not absolutely the central criteria that underpins everything. So here's an example of one for piracy. So we might have 3 or 4 topics in the middle that they think that absolutely is the foundation for what everything else is built upon. Even if they can't go into lots of detail about them in that box, they understand that those areas are central to understanding what they've been looking at. Beyond that would be the smaller topics which come off those, the topics which they realise they would then turn to, having chosen one of the central topics. And then the interesting bits around the outside, those issues that they think if I can bring those in, that will give you the extra edge, that will show a depth that other people might not have. Now I'd see this as being quite useful for GCSE, perhaps early in the stages of revision, to get them to realise how your subject is built, to get them to realise the way in which there are certain concepts, certain ideas, certain topics, and they are central and other things build off them, that everything is not of the same value and you shouldn't put so much time into learning certain things as other things. Anyway, hope that proved useful. That's the end of this teaching tip.